Hello Year 2. I know that Miss Parker has been making some videos for us for our maths lessons, but I thought I'd have a go as well and get involved. So, for today's lesson, we are just going to go over all the different turns that we have looked at from last week. Okay, so you're going to have a go at making your own video for this lesson and tell me what you've learned. Or if you can't make a video, that's absolutely fine. You could have a go at making a poster instead. Right, so I'm going to start off with the nicest turn, which is the full turn. So I've drawn a circle for you. It'd be better if I had a circle for my whiteboard, but I don't. So there we go. And I'm going to start in the middle, and that's me facing that way. So I've drawn an arrow for you, right? And I've actually even drawn some sea here. I'm pretending that I'm looking out to the ocean. So a full turn means that I am going to go completely around in a circle. I'm going to spin on the spot and be back in the position I have started at, okay? So I'm going to go all the way around here until I end up exactly where I started. Now I'm not going to be looking this way, say out towards the sea, because that's not a full turn, is it? Right? Full turn is when I spin on the spot and I end up exactly where I started, which is looking out to the sea. Very nice view over here, okay? Some people might not even think I've moved. So that's a full turn. Now, let's have a look at a half turn. And it's always handy to go back to our fractions, because if you think about it, let's have a go at drawing a circle again. So that's a full turn or even a whole circle, isn't it? So think of it like a cookie that we used to look at in class. That's a whole cookie, right, or full turn. And this is half a cookie. Well, not exactly, but that's half a cookie or half a turn, okay? So, draw my circle again. And that's quite good. And say I'm still looking out at the sea over here. Ooh, there it is. Lovely view. Now, full turn, I'm going to go all the way around to end up right back where I started. But half turn, I'm only going to move halfway around this circle. Okay? So what you could do, it's like I did before, well, you could cut this circle in half. So you have an idea of where you're going to end up. Half a circle, I started up here, and I'm going to end with my arrow, or me, pointing away. And just for fun, I think I might be looking at some kind of field down here instead. Right? So that is my half turn. I'm not going to be over here. Nope, didn't quite make it. Half turn is like our fractions, half of that shape. Okay? Now, another turn is the quarter turn. Let me just wipe my board for you. Having to improvise. So let's go back to the circle again. Quite impressed with myself and making them so neat. That is our circle. That's the middle, okay? And like before, I was up here, wasn't I, staring out at that sea or the ocean. Now before I had my half turn, so I moved halfway down this shape. I ended up here, but with a quarter turn, I don't quite get there, do I? Because, let's clear these arrows off. again, it helps if you think about quarters. So a quarter is when your shape is split into 4. So I'll put the word quarter here in the middle. Quarter. Okay? Quarter just means your shape is split into 4 pieces. Remember those pizzas we did? And we had our 4 slices, didn't we? So this is a quarter of my pizza, or a quarter turn. So I started up here, looking out the sea. There's my arrow. And I'm going to end up here. Right? That is my quarter turn. To make sure that you're starting there, and whenever you're turning, you need to think, right, where am I looking? Where am I facing? Okay? I'm not facing this way. Top of my pen is up there, isn't it? And that point in my pen needs to go to a quarter. Okay? So cut up your shape into chunks. There we go. You got your full turn all the way around, like you never even moved. Half turn is just halfway, okay? And then quarter turn is when you've got your full circle, and imagine you're spinning around, and instead you're going to just spin a little bit to end up here. Make sure though that your pen isn't just sort of sat like that. When you're making a shape, there we go. Now I'm moving this way. I'm looking over there. Let's have a look at clockwise and anti-clockwise, okay? Now, clockwise is just describing that turn, how you're moving. It doesn't tell me how much you're moving, okay? So we had the quarter and a half. That's actually 3/4. Oh, back to a full. A clockwise just means that I am going this direction. So, called clockwise because it's all about the clock. So if you have a look at your clock at home, the hands go tick, 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 tock, that way, okay? And that's why it's called clockwise. It's like the hands of a clock. And if I have my circle or my clock, there it is. In fact, where's my hand? What time is it now? It's about 4 p.m. my time. There we go. And that hand is going to move all the way down there. Okay, they keep on moving. So whenever I say, can you move clockwise? Ooh, half a turn. There's my arrow again. I was looking out to a beautiful view of the sea, wasn't I? And I'm going to go clockwise, so it's this way around my circle, or my clock, half a turn. And half of my clock, I will end up here, looking at my field. That's clockwise. Anti-clockwise, now that word anti means just to do the opposite, okay? So, if my clock again, don't know how many circles I've made over this lesson, and I was moving this way, okay, that's clockwise. The opposite is to go left, this way, around my clock. Here's my arrow. And if someone tells me to move half a turn anti-clockwise, the opposite way, I'm gonna turn left and go all the way down here. And half of my clock, or my shape, I will end up down here, won't I? In actually the same position if I was doing it clockwise. But that's anti-clockwise, doing the opposite, okay? Right, so we have looked at full turn, half a turn, which is here actually, a quarter turn, just a quarter of your shape, and we have then looked at the clockwise, going round, anti-clockwise, doing the opposite. I'm going to turn left instead. Right, so now it is your job to have a go at making your own video, even a bit like mine if you like, or even doing a poster for me. Right, I am looking forward to seeing your work and enjoy.